Love Stories. Hey, welcome back to Love Stories. I'm your host, Cheri Smith, Blue Heart Music, and this is a place where you might just learn a little bit about love while being entertained. I am super excited today to introduce a very special guest to you, the extremely talented vocalist and performer, and my friend, Lindsey Dabek. Woo! Now, she has been in a music video. She currently does 2 radio shows, and she is in 4 bands. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. And she's going to share a story about how she met her spouse. So I'm really excited to hear that story. How are you doing, Lindsey?
Doing well. Thanks for having me here, Cheri. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. I'm super excited to have you as well. All right, so you have so many projects. I don't know how you have time for all of it, but I would love to hear about some of them. So what can you tell me about your projects?
Oh, well, thanks for asking. Well, I've been fortunate to keep productive and creative during this year. I feel very, very lucky about that. Earlier in the year, one of the bands I'm in, Shipyard Rose, it's a rock band.
Mhm.
We do original songs and cover songs, and we did a lot of live shows. But of course, everything kind of went into shutdown mode. But right before that, we had done our first music video, and it was for a song that was an original composition, with lyrics by Chris Matthews and music by Jeff Weedman, with the rest of Shipyard Rose, Chris Hughes and Ryan Asbert. So I was a backup vocalist on the track, and we worked with a local director and artist, video artist, Aaron Berger, and that video was put out in early 2020, right around early February, and we were happy that that happened, because then we didn't really
Yeah.
get back together to play music, and we're
Wow.
still kind of waiting on that.
Wow.
Um,
That was good timing. Getting it
yes,
done before
nice to
COVID
have.
struck.
Yeah, nice to have it to look back on. And I also was able to do a really fantastic Carnival show with Show Brazil at the Crocodile Cafe
Oh, wow.
yeah, right before everything shut down. We did
Oh, man.
our Carnival show, and we said, "Wow, glad we got that in there."
Yeah, yeah, that's huge. That Carnival show sounds really awesome too.
Lot of fun, a lot of fun. Show Brazil's fantastic. Eduardo Mendoza is the head man, and he's from Bahia, and he's really talented. So I'm very fortunate to get to sing with them and play percussion with them.
Yeah.
Um, and then Onda Verde is a band that I front, that is more samba bossa nova, a little bit more low key. And we've done weddings and parties and shows downtown and things like that. And currently, um, I'm playing music with Ryan Asbert from Shipyard Rose. We live close, and so we managed to one person keep playing some music.
Yeah.
Um, in addition to that, there are several groups I'm participating with over Zoom, doing radio theater,
Oh,
and
cool.
the number one is Midnight Mystery Theater. I'm a regular player with them. We do shows twice a month, live shows on Tuesday nights, um, and I also work with the Radio Enthusiasts of Puget Sound, which is similar, but we do a little bit different style productions, and it's more like once a month or every couple of months.
Okay. Well, I saw that Midnight Mystery Theater is live radio comedy, and I love comedy and I love mysteries. So, winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm gonna check that out.
Oh,
And
please do.
definitely. And of course, I will post all your links in the description. So anybody that wants to check out Lindsey's stuff, you can just go to the description and look at all her links and choose your favorite. You got lots to choose from. Uh, Lindsey, I was wondering, how did you end up getting into performing?
Oh, that's a great question. When I was younger, I was very shy and scared, and I loved singing more than anything, but I was afraid to do it in front of people. And it was actually working with Eduardo Mendoza. He took me under his wing because I could speak Portuguese and
Oh,
I like
cool.
to sing. So he helped me to really free my voice and to accept learning and accept growing with it. And
Yeah.
I really didn't get to start doing much until I was an adult. I did participate in some recitals as a kid and some plays as a kid, but finding that inner confidence to perform was something I had an adventure with as an adult.
Wow, that's really cool. And that really speaks to me because I was very shy as a child as well. So it's been a lot of like just kind of sucking it up and doing it anyway. I feel like
Right.
that's what getting over that is. You don't feel like doing it, but you do it anyway. Then you get kind of used to it. I have another question that was a good segue to this. Do you have any warm up recommendations? I always feel like I have a tight throat and was wondering how I could warm up my voice better.
Sure. Yeah. One thing that I love to do is to do a Bumblebee warm up, which some singers know, but it's using the scales through the word. So it goes bumblebee, 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 bumblebee. And then you kind of just keep going through um, different places in your range where you feel like you kind of want to warm it up. Um,
Cool.
yeah, and
I love that. It's so cute. It has such a cute name too. I'm gonna try that out. We'll see. Not this second, but I will try that out privately first and see how I do with it. It seems like a really good one though. Like a nice, smooth, walk up the hill and then back down kind of thing for your voice.
yeah, lighthearted.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we all need that right now, huh?
Yeah, we do.
So I am just super excited to dive into your story about how you met your spouse. I love hearing those kind of stories. And so, can you share that with us?
Sure, yeah, I'm happy to. So I met my husband at a wedding. Um, it was kind of a fun story because he was very close friends with the groom, and I was very close friends with the bride.
Hey.
Originally, when they started planning the wedding, they said, okay, well, you and Rob, who I didn't know at the time, are the only two single people in the bridal party. And they kind of made this
Oh,
joke. Wouldn't it be funny if you guys hooked up? Ha ha ha. And and
that's
I kind of
awesome.
I kind of went, oh, okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause you're always like, yeah, right. When somebody's trying to set you up or just joking about it, it's like, right.
Exactly. And then you kind of immediately put your guard up, like,
Ah,
wait, what?
hold up.
Um, so when we had all these preliminary activities for the wedding, and a lot of them took place on Friday nights or Saturday nights, and Rob was then working as a server, and he didn't have time to come to these parties because you have to get the night off, and that's really hard when you work in service jobs.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't meet him until the rehearsal dinner. Um, so at the rehearsal dinner, we sat down next to each other, and I remember thinking he was very attractive, and he told a bunch of inappropriate jokes, which of course made me like him a bunch. and and we just kind of hit it off, and he was very sweet. So during the whole wedding, the interesting thing was I originally was supposed to have a date.
Oh,
Um, but
intriguing.
yeah, but we broke up about a
Oh,
month before the wedding, and it was fine. It wasn't somebody I was very attached to.
yeah.
So we broke up, and then my friend said, oh, well, so you're going to come alone? And I said, yeah, no problem. I'll just focus on the bride's needs, and that's what I'm there for anyway.
Yeah.
Um, so when the wedding started, I remember thinking that Rob was really attractive, and I thought, oh, maybe I can spend some time with this guy. And then his date showed up,
Oh no.
and and I thought, okay, it's all right. He's got a date, and some of the other people in the bridal party said, "Oh, but she's just a friend, and it's not really anything." So,
Okay.
so about halfway through the wedding evening, um, I noticed that his date left, and I
Ah,
was kind of sitting by the dance floor, and he came over and started talking to me, and then he said, "Well, I think my date left." And
you're like, yes.
and then I said, "Well, at least you brought one." And then we started laughing together. Um, and what really got me about him was that I can remember being there and everybody's dancing and having fun. And my mom was there, and my mom has a little bit of trouble walking. And she came up, and Rob is just such a good person, and he has morals and really kind, just genuine kindness. And
Nice.
so he saw my mom and he said, "Oh, please take my seat." And he offered her a seat, um and even though he was sitting there talking to me, it was just done so respectfully and kindly, and I will never forget how that made me feel. It just made me feel so respected, and that he respected my family, and it
Yeah.
was it was really wonderful. And then we danced, and we ended up spending a lot of time together that evening. And then we went to the gift opening party the next day together. Um, we met there. We didn't just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
we
It
didn't
wasn't
leave and then just show up the next morning. Yeah, there was a process there, but yeah, it was really wonderful to meet somebody. And meeting people through friends is always a little precarious, because you
yeah,
worry, what
for
if this
sure.
doesn't work out, or what if
Mhm.
somebody gets mad at me? But my friend who was getting married said, um, "I love you both, and whatever happens, just you know I understand, and just have some
Yeah.
fun."
Yeah. Awesome.
So, and Rob and I were together for 10 years before we got married.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, we got married about, I think, 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think 4 years ago it might have been five, but that's what happens when you get married, right? You
You
don't
can get, I
remember.
know, I'm like, which I even like, we do it, we make a calendar with our birthdays and anniversary every year. And one of the years I accidentally put the wrong number of anniversary. It was like our 10th and uh, our, no, I think it was our 11th, and I put that it was our 10th or something. I messed it up anyway. Whoops. But luckily my husband doesn't care. So he's just like, whatever, haha, that's funny.
I think
Well,
that's a sign of a good relationship, when you can laugh
yeah.
at things together.
Yeah, we like to laugh at stuff. I think that's one of our strengths. So sounds like you guys have a really wonderful connection though. So that's important. So I'm curious if you have any lessons that you can share that you think might be helpful for anybody looking for love.
Sure. Yeah. I think one would be, um, don't be afraid to get to know somebody, um, and don't have too much pressure on yourself to
Yeah.
make it something right away.
Yeah.
Um, I think that was the best part, was that I just felt like I was talking to someone and getting to know them, and I didn't feel like I needed to be a certain way or have a certain outcome. And I think that that's really important. And if I had pushed it and tried to just have a date at the wedding,
Hmm.
I may not have had that great experience and met my husband.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes it's good to just kind of go and think about your friends and think about their joy, and you might find your own.
Yeah, totally. Well, I love that story. That's really sweet and some good lessons. Keep your eyes open. You never know, but don't be afraid. Don't let fear stop you.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, thank you for sharing your story and for coming on the show today. And so don't forget, you can check out Lindsay's links that I'm going to put in the description. So if you want to check out any of that stuff, there's lots to look at, and it looks really cool. All right, guess what, everyone? It's your favorite time, visual aid time, and I changed it a little bit. So this is the updated. All right, so a new episode, almost. I had to add that because I was like, you know, some weeks I'm going to be too busy to really get the thing done. So, or who knows, maybe I'll be doing something cool that we don't even know about. So we'll see. So anyway, new episode almost every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's when the new videos come out. So hit that little bell if you want to get the little ding that the video's coming out. And make sure you like, subscribe, share with all your friends. And most importantly, I want you to know that you are loved. All right, so you have been watching Love Stories, Cheri Smith, Blue Heart Music, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks, Lindsey.